A maniacal sense of urgency is our operating principle. This is one of Elon Musk's 5 commandments that he tells to his top level teams and repeats in their ear over and over and over again until it clicks with them. And it's part of this thing called the algorithm. Now, the whole point of this is to get people to produce the best work possible. And the way that is done is providing a structure that gets them to produce that. And this is part of that structure. So this was an idea that was given to me by this thing called the Founders Podcast, where it is made by a person who dives deep into the lives of founders and understands what makes them tick. So go check that out if you're interested. But the whole purpose of this video is to really just distill the meaning of a maniacal sense of urgency into something that gets you to take action on whatever you need to take action on, because that's the whole point of it. And I want to give you an example of when I remembered this quote and it catapulted me into a bunch of action. I was literally just sitting down, kind of doing nothing, and then it ringed in my mind from that podcast. And once I heard it, I kind of sat with it for about 2-3 minutes or so, and then just kept on repeating, a maniacal sense of urgency is my operating principle. And I thought about all the stuff that I was kind of avoiding because I was a bit tired, it's too late, I don't want to mess up the next day. I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll just get going now and see what happens. And as soon as I did that, I went back to my room, I cleaned my room completely for about an hour and had a coffee while doing it. It was 10 p.m., but who cares? A maniacal sense of urgency. Then after that, because I had the coffee, I had some energy to wear off, so I went to go work out, one of the best workouts I've ever had. A maniacal sense of urgency still ringing. Had a post-workout meal, and then after that, I worked on the script for this video, or more of an outline, for about an hour and a half, and went to bed at 2:33-ish. Now, very few things in my life, especially words, have ever catapulted me towards action like that. That is a very rare occurrence for me, and I want to break down exactly why that happened, and again, how you can have that same result. So the reason why that happened is because it really struck a nerve in me that I am not doing the things that I should, and I need more urgency. Now, for that to strike a nerve, you need to actually know the things that you need to be doing. So that's number one. And the second part that I want to talk about is how you can sustain this maniacal sense of urgency. Because really anyone can grind for 3 hours or maybe even a day and be like, you know what, I'm getting shit done. And then all of a sudden you feel tired, you crash, you doom scroll for 5 hours, you go just watch a movie, just do anything. And not that those are bad things, but that doesn't keep up with a maniacal sense of urgency. To actually have a maniacal sense of urgency last longer than a few hours, you need to have, or at least it's my thought, that you need to have some sort of personal connection to a mission that's guiding you. Now, Elon Musk has a very, very personal connection because he believes that he is the only one that's going to be able to get us to an interplanetary civilization. That is a big drive. That is a very fucking big drive to have that weight on yourself. And throughout that entire day, he's carrying that weight. That's why he has a maniacal sense of urgency, in my opinion. So if you can think of something that really applies to you, that feels like a big weight, but it's a good big weight, like Elon Musk's weight of trying to have an interplanetary civilization. For For me personally, I'm trying to develop a fitness app that helps people get in better shape and track their progress and improve. I have a personal connection to it because that's one of like the first things I fell in love with. I've been training for like 4.5 years, and it's one of the things that's brought me the most happiness and peace in my life. And without it, I don't really know where I'd be. So the point I'm trying to get across here is, one, work with a maniacal sense of urgency and find what actually matters to you to work on so that you can work on it with a maniacal sense of urgency. And yeah, again, this is not my idea. This is like a third partying of an idea. But I think it's incredibly useful for anyone who knows what they want to work on and are just not doing it. The whole message I'm trying to get across here, fucking take action. Like, turn this, like, pause the video right now. If you know what you're doing, take action right now. If you don't know what you're doing, journal about it, think to yourself, talk out loud, and then take action. That's the whole point. You already know what you're supposed to be doing, just go do it.